Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. So daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of the day. So all of us are reading the newspaper and daily news analysis from different platforms, and even you are reading the PDFs provided by different coachings. But are we practicing MCQs based on the knowledge that we are gathering from this newspaper reading and all? This is very important practice, and the way we practice MCQs for the static part of our syllabus, we should also practice the current affairs based MCQs. And this is the dedicated platform that we are providing. All these MCQs are also being compiled as a monthly magazine of 200 MCQs, that is called DTRS magazine, available on subscription basis at Lukmaan IAS website. Now, the lead topic for today is Grand Slam tennis tournament. So recently, which Grand Slam concluded? पता होगा आपको? Yes, the French Open. So recently it concluded, so that's why it was in news, and we will ask the first MCQ based on this topic and other 9 MCQs based on 9 different topics of the day. So let's go in detail, but before that, daily we are also discussing the quotations that have been asked in your GS4 paper mains examination, ethics paper, since 2013. Now we have reached to 2018, and today's quote is, in looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities. First, integrity, second, intelligence, and third, energy. And if they do not have the first, the other 2 will kill you. Warren Buffett. So he is the famous capitalist, and you know about the quotation also. Some of you may have come across this quotation if you are reading the motivational speeches of Warren Buffett. Now, in looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities. Let's talk about these 3 qualities. Integrity, it is basically uncorrupt state of mind. It is uncorrupt state of mind. Right. So integrity is basically whatever you are from inside, same you are from outside. Or simply the incorrupt state of mind, the thought process that you have, the value system you have, you do not deviate from it. So that is, we can say, integrity. Now, intelligence, so that is part of largely aptitude, we can say. It is inborn. It is inborn aptitude that person is having. And the energy, so yes, the energy means basically the way employees, people work in the organization with, we can say, cheerful manner or energetic manner. Okay, so that depends on how they are healthy, how motivated they are. All these things, let's say, matter for that energy factor, right? Now, after understanding these 3 qualities, if they do not have the first, that is integrity, the other 2 will kill you. That means kill the organization, or the organization for which they are working, or the person for which they are working. Why? Because lack of integrity will harm the organization, its interests. Okay, simple example you can take. Let's say a company is working and there is, let's say, contract. So it is basically taking the contract from the government, or let's say subcontracting to any other company. And if suppose the person who is responsible for subcontracting is taking some kind of kickbacks, or let's say taking some money from the other company and taking favors, giving favors, now it is lack of integrity. So that means it is somehow compromising the let's say organizational integrity, we can say. And yes, for that, of course, intelligence and energy is working together also. Intelligent persons are very harmful if they do not have integrity or the value system. Same is applied to your civil services. So in the government, if the civil servants are intelligent, that means we can say that they are having good aptitude, but they don't have good attitude or lack values, integrity also, one of them. So what happens is that becomes very harmful. They can be, very, very corrupt people that may result into loss of public funds for the government. So this is how you should explain. Okay? Energy also, of course, the energetic means they are more productive. Okay? Energy means basically they are more productive. Okay? So they are going to productively harm you. Right? So in this way, we should understand this quotation, relate to professional life, relate to civil servants, right? उस एंगल से ही ये quote है basically. Fine. Now, announcement related to ethics case study batch, which has recently started on 17th July, yesterday only. So, if you are preparing for mains 2024, this year's examination, mains examination, this is the opportunity to increase your marks in your GS4 ethics paper. Very, very important module by Ansari sir. Yes, good evening, Tanu. Online students, good evening, everyone. Now, in addition to that, the GS Foundation batch is going to start on 26th of August, and the Bright Minds scholarship test is also going to be held on 11th of August. It is a scholarship test to take admission in Lukmaan IAS Foundation batch. Okay. These are the 10 topics. We'll discuss them through MCQs. Yes, online students also, you should give answers to these MCQs in the comment box. Let's try to solve them one by one. So if you are, let's say, sports lover, especially tennis, बहुत सारे students को cricket पसंद होता है, but the way UPSC has asked question in 2022, they have asked the chess championship and they have also asked about world test championship in cricket. ठीक है, तो you should be ready with sports updates, important at least let's say landmarks in the sports sector. ठीक है, तो ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओपन, विंबलडन ओपन एंड फ्रेंच ओपन एंड यूएस ओपन. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द 4 we can say that grand slams that are considered we can say important for tennis sport, right? Now when they are held in sequence, you should remember Australia, French Open, then Wimbledon, and 4th is US Open. In sequence from January, you can say. Okay, so Australian Open January, this part is correct. Then Wimbledon June, July, this is correct. French Open, this is correct. And US Open is generally, we can say, held after that in September, October or August, September. ठीक है, इस time पे. Now, the concern, ये यहाँ तक तो पता होता है most of the students को. Concern is with this one. Right, whether students will remember the winners of this year's Grand Slams. So recently held French Open, Carlos Alcaraz, everyone remembers. What about the Wimbledon? Recently held Wimbledon, so that we know that let's say Alcaraz won, so this is incorrect, pardon me. And the French Open was also won by Alcaraz. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर देखिए ये रफेल नदाल लिखा हुआ है, this is incorrect. French Open is basically played on the clay court. बाकी के जो होता है ग्रास कोर्ट होता है, बट फ्रेंच ओपन जो होता है वो होता है क्ले कोर्ट पे. that makes it difficult also, different also than others. Now Australian Open, it's not Novak Djokovic. यहाँ पर जो है जो स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर है, ठीक है, let me tell you the name. It's from C. ठीक है, so yes, sorry, S. Jannik Sinner. ठीक है, Jannik Sinner won the Australian Open. Then Alcaraz won both French Open and Wimbledon recently. And US Open is to be held. So how many pairs are correctly matched here? So you can see that the French Open, this one is correctly matched. But what about the Wimbledon? This is incorrectly matched. This one is incorrect. Only one pair is correctly matched here. So A is the correct answer. ठीक है, all right. Now moving on, next question. ये देखिए पास्ट में 2023 में भी जो है इस तरीके से क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, right? Now, which of the following statements about the Chandipura virus is correct? Chandipura virus, it is making news. So गुजरात में ये बहुत सारे let's say बच्चे जो है, children, they died because of this virus. So that's why it is in news. Yes, it was first identified in India in 1965 in Chandipura village in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra. So this is correct statement. It is transmitted through the bite of Aedes aegypti mosquito or Aedes mosquito. This is incorrect. So it is spread through bite of sandfly. Okay, sandfly, not mosquito. This is incorrect. There is widely available vaccine for this virus. This is incorrect. At present, there is no vaccine available for this virus. And largely, it is basically managed through controlling this vector, that is sandfly. Okay? So, we should know that there is no vaccine yet. So, only one. A is the correct answer here. Right? Okay. Now, What about this one? Yes, online students give answers. Comment box पे answer दीजिए. Regarding the powers of governor, so again, let's say West Bengal governor and chief minister tussle, it was in news. So basic से question पूछा हुआ है M Laxmikant. So governor has the power to recommend the dismissal of chief minister if he or she is found guilty of corruption. Whether any constitutional provision or legal provision talks about this? No, right? This is incorrect. So of course, the governor is, we can say that, the important position, but it is, we can say, nominal head, or we can say de jure head of, we can say that, state, and that let's say position is not having this power. Now governor can reserve the certain bills to be passed by state legislature for consideration of president. This is true, we can say. We learn about this, that what are the powers that are available with the governor when the state legislature is passing the bill. Now chief minister advises the governor on the appointment of other ministers. Yes, that is correct, we can say. The way prime minister advises the president on appointment of other ministers, the same way this happens. So two statements are correct, 2 and 3 we can say. So B is the correct answer, right? Okay, moving on. How many of the above mentioned countries share border with Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan country is in news because this year COP29 is going to be held in Azerbaijan, Baku, capital, which is situated on the bank of, or we can say coast, Caspian Sea. Okay, Caspian Sea. So we can say that Azerbaijan. Now Armenia, Azerbaijan, Nagorno-Karabakh, already UPSC has asked question on this. So you may have gone through the mapping part. From the northern side there is Russia, from the southern side there is Iran and Turkey, and along with that we can say Kazakhstan, Syria नहीं है वहाँ पर, ठीक है, this is incorrect. Georgia is also there, इसमें नहीं लिखा हुआ है, 3, ठीक है. So B is the correct answer here. Let me show that on the map. Look at the map here, Azerbaijan. So Georgia, Armenia on this side, Russia on this side, then there is small, let's say, connection with कहाँ गया? Yes, Iran is there from this side. Okay, so Turkey जो है थोड़ा सा पार्ट यहाँ पे कनेक्ट करता है, ये जो एक्सक्लेव है यहाँ पर, तो that's why Turkey is also there. All right. Now moving on. Next question. The term terzepatide, ठीक है, तो terzepatide क्या है? Basically it is a novel drug and it will be recently approved. ठीक है, it is, let's say, going to be approved by Indian government regulatory body, and this drug is very effective to reduce the weight, obesity, ठीक है, and diabetes linked, we can say obesity linked diabetes. So C is the correct answer here. ठीक है, C is the correct answer. Remember it, very important for prelims. Now Aruna Asaf Ali, personality was in news, historical personality. So we are asking question here. She is the first women mayor of Madras after independent India. This is incorrect. She was mayor of Delhi. She was mayor of Delhi. She has been posthumously awarded Padma Vibhushan 1992 and Bharat Ratna in 1997. Okay, yes, she was known as Grand Old Lady of Indian Independence Movement. So two statements are correct here. What should be the answer? B is the correct answer, right? B is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on to next question. With reference to Bhojshala complex, yes, this is in news continuously from Archaeological Survey of India, continuously it is in news. Bhojshala complex was constructed by King Bhoja of Pala dynasty लिखा हुआ है. No, Parmara dynasty. Parmara dynasty. Okay, so this is incorrect. Yes, it is located in Madhya Pradesh, that is true. Now, currently protected under Ancient Monument Archaeological Sites Remains Act 1958. This is correct, we can say. Again, 2 and 3, that is B is the correct answer. Okay, Bhojshala, they can ask this, MP, Madhya Pradesh. Look at this. Now, Apstar 6E satellite. Okay, this is very unique development and this has been launched by China. It is China's first all-electric propulsion communication satellite. All electric propulsion communication satellite. So यहाँ पर देखिए contradicting statements है, तो answer would be A or B. It is joint mission of NASA and JAXA. This is incorrect. It is China's mission. Okay, so What should be the answer here? 2 only, that is B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. All right. Now, PM Shri, the Schools for Rising India. PM, Prime Minister, Schools for Rising India scheme. Consider the following statement. Yes, this is centrally sponsored scheme. That means there will be sharing of funds between states and centers. Centrally sponsored, and central sector scheme is 100% funding by the central government. Now, the urban schools must score at least 70% on the set of benchmarks to be selected. This is correct. And the rural schools in rural areas, 60% minimum score should be there. So, the around 1500 schools will be set up as model schools under PM Shri scheme. ठीक है, model schools बोल के set up किए जाएंगे. Now, final selection is made by an expert committee led by School Education and Literacy Secretary. ठीक है, so this is correct, we can say. Again, B is the correct answer. Pardon me, all 3 are correct here. So, C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. All right, the last question of the day. LUCA, that is last universal common ancestor. So, basically it is a hypothetical organism, microorganism, which is having some kind of ancestral link to all the organisms that we have today. Now, the fossils of such kind of organism have not been yet discovered, but it is believed that it exists or existed. So why? Because the genetic setup of most of the organisms that we have, somehow there are some similarities, and that's why the common ancestor may have, let's say, existed in past. So it is believed to be a common ancestor of bacteria, archaea and eukaryote. ठीक है, eukaryotes जो well developed होते हैं हमारे जैसे organisms, archaea bacteria या archaea जो होता है the ancestral let's say organisms and bacteria. Recently fossil evidence has been discovered. This is incorrect. At present there is no such fossil evidence. So only one, A is the correct answer, right? So these are the 10 MCQs of the day. Any question related to them? I was telling you about Bright Mind Scholarship Test, 11th August morning 10 a.m. Test mode will be completely offline and it will be held at different centers: Delhi, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Jammu and Pune. Remember this, it is a scholarship test. So the better you perform, the more discount that you will get in the foundation batch fees at Lukmaan IAS. So this is the opportunity especially for students preparing from remote area. They are following the Lukmaan IAS, so you can see the quality of teaching by the faculties, and you should join this particular batch. Yes, of course you can join the batch in online manner also, okay? But the test will be conducted in offline manner in these centers. So you can register for this particular test and you can scan this QR code to see the previous year scholarship test paper and start preparing for this examination. One more announcement is related to year-long test series of geography optional. That is going to be held by me, myself, Laxmikant. I am the faculty at Lukmaan IAS with more than 6 years of experience. And I have been guiding students in geography optional and they have benefited from such pinpointed guidance from me. These tests, year-long tests, will be divided into 3 sections: foundation, transitional, enrichment. There will be 36 such tests. And through tests only you will enhance your preparation. How? By writing practice, by individual guidance and mentoring from me. There will be model answers for each and every test. There will be offline discussion of each and every test, offline as well as online, live discussion. And till the mains examination, these will continue. So that's why you are going to benefit. अलग कोई test series करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है आपको prelims के बाद भी. Okay, so you can join this particular test series. If you want to know more, you can contact Lukmaan IAS and talk to me also. This is going to start from 27th of July.